Research done by the Ethics Resource Center shows that employees in companies with a well-implemented ethics and compliance program are more likely to perceive a strong ethical culture within the company. A strong ethical culture can lead to a decrease in misconduct and creates an environment where employees are more comfortable with reporting misconduct as well. The Ethics Resource Center defines a successful ethics program with the following characteristics. Employees are willing to seek advice about ethics-related issues. Employees feel prepared to handle situations that could lead to misconduct. Employees are rewarded for ethical behavior. The organization does not reward success obtained through questionable means. And lastly, employees feel positively about their company. A corporate ethics officer is an individual who provides an organization with vision and leadership in the area of business conduct. To show the importance of ethics and compliance, an organization would likely appoint a well-respected senior-level manager. Corporate ethics officers can come from a variety of backgrounds such as legal staff, human resources, or finance. There are some criticisms of appointing a corporate ethics officer. One concern is that if a singular person is appointed as head of ethics, then others may not be inclined to maintain the responsibility in their own area. However, the necessity of a corporate ethics officer outweighs that issue, as someone has to make sure that it's being done. Some specific responsibilities of the corporate ethics officer include responsibility for compliance, that is, ensuring the ethical procedures are put into place and consistently adhered to throughout the organization, responsibility for creating and maintaining the ethics culture, responsibility for being a key knowledge and contact person on issues relating to corporate ethics and principles. The board of directors is responsible for the careful and responsible management of an organization. The board fulfills some of its duties directly and assigns others to its various committees. While the board of directors is not responsible for the day-to-day operations, they are responsible for supervising the management team. Because of this high authority within the organization, board members are expected to conduct themselves according to the highest standards for personal and professional integrity, while also setting organization-wide ethical conduct. Employees will get the message if board members act in a high-level ethical manner. A code of ethics is a statement that highlights an organization's key ethical issues and identifies the overarching values and principles important to an organization. The code of ethics typically consists of formal written statements about the purpose of the organization, its values, and principles that guide employee actions. Another goal of the code of ethics is to provide guidance to employees in order to help them recognize and deal with ethical issues, provide a means of reporting unethical conduct, as well as promoting a culture of accountability and honesty. Lastly, the code of ethics helps ensure employees abide by laws and follow regulations. Conducting a social audit can help revise the code of ethics and allows an organization to get a report of how well it is meeting its own ethical responsibilities.
Most of us have developed a decision-making process similar to what we're about to go over that helps us execute ethical decisions automatically. The first step is to develop a problem statement. A problem statement is a clear, concise description of the issue that needs to be addressed. A good problem statement answers what do people observe that causes them to think that there is a problem, who is directly affected by the problem, is anyone else affected, how often does the problem occur, and what is the impact of the problem. If the problem statement is stated incorrectly, the chances of solving the real problem are greatly diminished. Here are a few examples of problem statements. The first one is a good problem statement. It says what is being observed to make people think that there is a problem, who is affected by the problem, what the impact of the problem is, and how often the problem happens. The other problem statements aren't real problem statements. The first one is a possible solution, not a problem statement. Pursuing this course won't guarantee to solve the underlying problem because it is not saying what the new inventory control system needs to fix. The second is also a possible solution, not a problem statement. It also doesn't give sufficient facts to support the hypothesis of theft in the warehouse. Second step is to identify alternative solutions. During this step, it is important to come up with a variety of solutions. Enlisting the help of others can increase your chances of identifying a broad range of alternative solutions. Make sure when asking for help, try to provide participants with only the information about the problem, such as the facts, without your opinion, so you don't influence others to just accept your solution. While brainstorming, try not to be critical of ideas, because any negative criticism will tend to shut down the discussion and limit the flow of ideas to a new solution. The third step is to choose an alternative solution. Start evaluating all the solutions based on numerous criteria, such as effectiveness of addressing the issue, extent of risk associated, cost, and time to implement. If a solution sounds attractive but isn't feasible, then it isn't a solution. Weigh various laws, company guidelines, and moral principles that apply. Make sure that any solution doesn't go against the company guidelines that are already set in place. Consider the consequences each alternative may have from multiple perspectives. Possible perspectives may include the impact on you, your organization, other stakeholders, the environment, and society. The alternative selected should be ethically and legally defensible to multiple people, not just one. The fourth and fifth step are to implement and evaluate. While implementing a solution, be prepared to answer a few questions, such as, why are we doing this? What is wrong with how we were doing things? What are the benefits of the new way? While evaluating, make sure to monitor the results as a solution has been implemented to see if things are getting the desired effects that it is meant to achieve. If the results aren't correct, go back and refine the problem statement as necessary and work through the process again. Ethics in information technology. With the growth of personal data on the internet, the risk that information being used unethically is increased. Amid IT breakthroughs, the importance of ethics and human values have been underemphasized. Many of the examples here are due to ethics and human values in the view of technology not properly or strongly being taught and enforced.